Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining. We will start now. Our Fiori expert, Mr. Shrikant, will start this. Shrikant, go ahead, please.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. My name is Shrikant Nistane. I'm one of the principals at Crave, and I'm in industry for last 25 years. And I pride myself to be helping companies like yours into the digital transformation journey, into digital core, enterprise asset management, enterprise mobility, and cloud platform. So today we have a very exciting agenda, and one will talk about how the prepackaged solutions for ECC can help to expedite the deployment and time save up to 80% of the total cost of ownership. Second is how to enable Fiori applications for S/4HANA. Third is how SAP Cloud Platform can help to expedite the development and deployment. The fourth one is how to get started with Fiori in 1 week. We'll also talk about some of the myths we hear about the Fiori and how, and lastly is what is new in Fiori 3.0. That's our agenda today. We'll have around 30 minutes of presentation videos, and then we'll open up for the question and answers. Some of the myths about SAP Fiori. We heard from many people that Fiori only works with S/4HANA, which is not true. We'll talk more about that. Fiori needs HANA database, which is also not true. ECC system needs to be upgraded for Fiori to work. It's kind of true in some sense, but not exactly. You don't have to. There are many ways by which you can integrate and use Fiori for whatever SAP system you might have. And SAP Cloud Platform adds an extra layer and increases security risk. This is another thing we have heard from many people who we talk to. So, and you cannot create offline applications. So these are some of the myths we have heard, and unfortunately they are not true. So just to talk a little bit is Fiori does work with ECC. So you can have Fiori apps developed for ECC also along with S/4HANA. Fiori does work without HANA database. The cloud platform does not add extra layer and increase security. We have seen cloud platform help to increase the security and also help to streamline the architecture, and the process flow depends upon the use cases. And we have created several offline applications using Fiori and UEFI, and they are available as a prepackaged. So these are things we wanted to make sure you are aware of. How to get started Fiori in 1 week. There are several options. First is there are standard SAP Fiori apps available from SAP, which is a quick starter. But obviously those are templates, and they are designed for showcasing the capabilities, so they do not meet everybody's requirement. And that's where we come into picture. We have 50+ prepackaged Fiori applications. So you can first look at the standard apps, then the prepackaged apps, which are bring the content, industry-specific content, and then you can use SAP Cloud Platform services. And we have a dynamic modeler which helps you to develop application in minutes, not even weeks. So there are many things by which you can get started with Fiori fairly quickly. When you talk about SAP Cloud Platform, you are basically bypassing all the infrastructure requirements. Cloud Platform is ready to go. Once you do the connection with your backend, it can be SAP, it can be non-SAP, and you can start using Fiori. A little bit about Crave Infotech. We are a 11-year-old company. We are an ISSV, independent software solution vendor. We are one of the leaders in the mobility solutions and UI/UX transformation. Best of the breed for mobilizing and automating SAP user experience. We are also Zebra's ISV and reseller. We are SAP PAR and member of the Global SAP Partner Edge Build program. So that's how we co-innovate with SAP. And we have customer base almost everywhere in globe now. We are headquartered in New Jersey. We have physical presence in US, India, Brussels, and Africa. So we have a global footprint. This is our value proposition. We pride ourselves to help you to reduce the total cost of ownership up to 80% using our prepackaged solutions and the dynamic modeler. These are some of the industries where we have worked and deployed our solutions, standard, custom. We were 2018 SAP ACE Award winner. We were also Pinnacle Award finalist, so one of the top 44 out of the 44,000 partner ecosystem SAP has. Some of the credentials. A little bit more about the awards and the partnerships. So we also work very closely with HereMap, Concur, Zebra, and SAP. Quick list of our clientele: utilities, so power, gas, water, large corporations which does end-to-end processes, different businesses, life sciences, chemicals, oil and gas, healthcare, retail, energy, and public sector. So we have a spectrum of customers with whom we have worked in the past. This is just a sample list. So how do we help to accelerate, to reduce the total cost of ownership up to 80%? So obviously, we have seen, we can look at the standard apps, prepackaged apps, custom apps. So this is mainly from the prepackaged perspective. We bring in those prepackaged solutions. They are in different business, they satisfy different business processes and requirements into the different side of the business. And you basically acquire those prepackaged apps and you can deploy within 2 to 6 weeks. They can be cloud-based, they can be on-premise, acquire them, configure them, and then protect, secure, encrypt, and deploy. So we can help you complete end-to-end flow. Most of our applications, they meet between 60 to 90% of your requirements, and the rest, 10 to 40% is achieved through configuration. In some cases, we do have to customize if you have a heavily customized backend. I don't know if you can, some of you might not be able to read, but this is, we call our chain diagram. This is a list of all of our applications. You see on the right-hand side top, this is EAM. So we have maintenance, calibration, so forth. I have a slide which will talk a little bit more about that. This is our very core and close to our hearts. Supply chain, so we have warehouse. We'll talk more about that. Direct store delivery, so that does the field sales, delivery, delivery confirmation, route optimization. Procure to pay, this application basically automates all of your vendor related functions, so that we have a couple of our customers who has 100% automated their vendor process, so their vendor doesn't deal with any paper. So purchase order, invoices, ASN, everything is handled electronically through this app. And this directly integrates with SAP's MM or SRM and or SRM, both of them, and some component from the Ariba also. We have a truck loading. This is our delivery management at the loading bay. Product lifecycle, we have production order management app which manages the discrete manufacturing process on the shop floor. Electronic digitization of the forms. We have several dashboards, presentation of KPIs, IoT enabled, and these dashboards basically bring information from several sources which are non-SAP. So Excel, Access, Oracle, and SAP. We can combine them all together to bring them at one place. Projects is project monitoring, change control management. This is very specific to the pharma and life sciences. Order to cash has sales order automation, and then order to cash is mainly for the customer portal so that they can place orders, which is like your mini Amazon.com. We have several approvals connected asset IoT. This is a telematics and geo-enabled platform where you can track your assets. And finally, human capital, HR. We have employee performance, where employees can define their goals. Supervisor, manager can approve, comment, and then they can do all that while on the go. So this is kind of a complete catalog of our applications, which provide you an ability to get into almost every business process or business unit of the organization. Let's deep dive a little bit into so how they are stacked against your, we call, inside the four walls. So these are our applications which are typically for inside the four walls, whether it's a manufacturing or a distribution. Then within the yard, so we have truck loading, then field service. So we have several applications related to that. Vendor customer related. So we have point of sale, procure to pay, order management, signature capture, and finally corporate. So this is how it's laid out from the geography of the organization. Now we'll look at the digital transformation in the enterprise asset management. So we have preventive maintenance, calibration, facility maintenance. Calibration actually integrates with QM and PM both, and it brings in the information down to the mobile and captures all the information like which masters they have used for calibration if you are involved into the EAM space. Facilities maintenance and breakdown. So this is our stack for the enterprise asset management. They bring in most of these apps have completely removed the paper. All of these apps have completely removed the paper process, reduce the paperwork, reduce the errors, and help to save a lot of trees also. Which also all of our applications are enabled for printing, so people can do the mobile printing out in the field or into the factory environment. So they are not coming back and forth if they have to stick labels or barcodes. Next is about the non-EM. So we have change control. I spoke a little bit. Warehouse management, vendor management, direct store delivery, and employee performance. We'll share this slide so you'll have more details. Let's talk about warehouse. What is going on in warehouse is obviously a lot of us are using SAP consoles, tech console. So these are all terminal emulation technologies, ITS mobile. This is blue screen, green screen, and now everybody is looking for UI improvements. And this is where Crave Warehouse Management Solution comes into picture. And this is how our screens look like. It's not just about the screens. So this is the evolution of the user interface. Now, if you talk about more, so one part is the user interface evolution, and the second part is the architecture evolution. So if you see here, SAP console have so many hooks or the connections or the middlewares involved. Tech console has the test optimization protocol involved. The web console has middleware. ITS mobile has minimum middleware, but ITS mobile has limitation on the user interface and how it works with all the other technologies like iOS, Android. While you look at the Fiori-based application, they completely simplify this. You have SAP system, and then Fiori-based applications can go, same application go on desktop, your iOS, Android, and you have a simplified architecture. So the Android in warehouse, what we bring to the table is basically simplification of the architecture and simplification of the user interface. Not only that, now we have taken our products to the next level, whereby you can do the voice-enabled picking and also the augmented reality. So we have partnered with Zebra for a product called Darwin, which allows you to use the smart glasses, whereby you can do the picking through the glasses, through the augmented reality itself. So we bring that all together. So the user interface evolution, the architecture simplification, voice-enabled picking, and the augmented reality, all in one place, in one package. If you'd like to more, we'll be Happy to talk about this one-on-one. Why Crave for the warehouse? So obviously the tech console, SAP console, ITS mobiles are phasing out. SAP is no longer support them from next year. Windows Mobile is phasing out. The Windows is will stop supporting from January or February 2020. 3G wireless technology is phasing out. Millennials are looking for simplified user interface. Customers are looking for mobilizing EM and supply chain processes. Whoever is not currently using. So that's where we bring in our prepackaged mobile apps, which will help you to basically get away from all these worries and provide a stable solution for your user base. So that's what we talked about. Why Fiori? What are the myths about Fiori? What are the different prepackaged apps we have? And especially we focused on the warehouse. Let's talk about how you can do the Fiori enablement. So current statistics are that SAP has implemented around 5,000 customers with S/4HANA, but only 10% or even less than 10% have enabled the Fiori applications. And one of the big benefits out of S4 is the user interface, and second is the speed of the HANA. But Fiori enablement is not been done, and they are missing the big chunk of that user interface, customer experience, because that's all role-based. And what is the problem statement here is because the lack of end-to-end understanding of the UI integration. Huge subset of apps. Right now there are over 3,000 apps SAP has rolled out, and it's very difficult for partners and customers to understand which app should I start using. And there is lack of design thinking and role-based app requirement. It needs a little bit of specialized skill to customize standard app to meet business requirement, because every app doesn't meet every one of your requirements. And obviously, if there is a need, then there is a need for development of the custom apps or enhance the existing apps. How we can help? What we have done is we have basically enabled most of the apps in our environment. We have worked with several of our customers and identified which app really meets need. So what we do is we work with your team, find out what is implemented in your environment and which applications align with your implementation scope, and then help you to take a glimpse at those apps without enabling in your environment as much as possible. And they can pick and choose which one is most helpful for you and then start using them. If it doesn't meet your need, we can help you to customize them or enhance them, whatever the standard apps you have. So that's where we help to enable and get you that benefit of the role-based user interface from S/4HANA. This is one of the example of how we have helped one of our customers to create a S/4HANA procurement role. You can see here now, we have basically brought different KPIs, the process overview, invoice overview, PO messages, and then define a process-based role whereby you can also reduce the training. So this clearly defines that they can click on here and go to the SAP transaction. So assign and process purchase requisitions, ordering assigned requirements, create PO, display PO. This will help you to reduce your training efforts also. So this is one example of how we can help simplifying and using standard SAP Fiori apps for S/4HANA. Let's talk a little bit about the evolution of Fiori. So we had Fiori 1.0 in 2013, Fiori 2.0 came in 2016, 3.0 came in last year, and late last year, early this year. A lot of improvements. So let's see, I'm sure you guys are familiar with either 2.0. I think most of the people who are using, they're using 2.0. We just wanted to focus today on 3.0. What is there? So 3.0 is intelligent home page using everything you need to focus on. And I'm going to give something. digital assistant with conversational UI fully integrated into the experience, proactive business situation handling with explanations, insights, and proposed solutions or actions, domestic content to support intelligent apps with embedded AI for briefings, analytics, tasks, notifications, recommendations ranked by relevance and for situation handling. A new theme for a fresh, modern look and feel. Pop-up. There are a lot of improvements in the search, preview, result pages, and so forth. Now, one of the example and central inbox, this is big. If you have interest in this, we can definitely talk about this. And the central inbox not only allows you to bring all of your workflows and the approval process into one inbox, but it also allows you to send those approval to your Outlook email, standard email, and they can approve or reject from there, which will update SAP backend directly from your Outlook email. So if you have interest, we can definitely talk about that. So this is new look and feel. In old days, it used to be header and list. Now you can see that there is a complete new templates available in 3.0. So you can manage and develop much better applications. Second is called mobile cards. So right now it's all tiles. It's coming as cards. So you can see here, if I have a role where I can do all these functions, so I can see purchase orders, I can see timesheets, I can see smart media or lunch menu. Lunch menu. So this is one of the examples. Is SAP has enabled lunch menu for the guests and their employees at their key locations. They can now see the lunch menu from their cafeteria too. So this is, I'm sure you have seen this for the Apple wallet. Similar concept SAP is bringing into the 3.0, so you can manage your apps in this way. Now the last topic in this is how the cloud platform can help expedite the development and deployment. So a lot of people think that it's going to add more overheads. So cloud platform definitely simplifies the integration of existing solution in the hybrid system landscape. So if you need to combine the information from multiple sources, cloud platform integration definitely helps a lot. It definitely reduces the hassle, and the study says up to 70%. Rapid deployment of pre-configured applications, so you don't have to worry about on-premise platform, whether it's SAP or non-SAP, and that's where cloud platform definitely plays a big role. Simple development, so you can, cloud platform gives you a development platform where you can develop the native business applications. You can, using API Hub, so there are two very important components. Is on the ECC side, you have the HANA views, and on the API or cloud platform side, you have API Hub. Now this brings you a content which you can leverage to reduce the development time and reduce the integration efforts. So that's a big saving, and SAP is improving and adding more and more into this these two areas. So obviously, right now the more focus is towards fetching the data, not updating the data. So there are some challenges while you develop the offline apps, but otherwise this definitely reduces the effort. Consistent user interface, absolutely, because you are using one platform. So that's kind of high level about how you can use the cloud platform effectively. Also, cloud platform brings in the authentication and secures the communication between the external or multiple sources and the front-end user. Why Crave Infotech? So we are SAP's partner edge build partner, and we are working with them for the last 5 years, continuously innovating with them into the digital core, cloud platform, asset management, enterprise mobility, and we have added and developed complementary solutions which are complementary to the standard SAP offerings. End-to-end configurable prepackaged solutions. As I said, all of our apps are configurable. That reduces your not only deployment but also the support requirements. All Crave application. This is very important. We do not add any layer. There are a lot of other companies and partners. They push you to buy certain products to develop applications or deploy. We do not add any layer. We use standard SAP's offering cloud platform on-premise, SMP, Fiori, and so that you are aligned with SAP's long-term vision. All of our applications are validated by hardware vendors like Zebra. What does that mean is these applications are designed and developed so that they use every potential functionality on the hardware. And also it is tested for memory leak, it is tested for the user interface, it is tested for the battery usage, so that application doesn't drain the battery and so forth. So that when the application is deployed, they work efficiently on the platforms like Zebra and Honeywell and so forth. And we have rapid deployment tools which will help you to save up to 80%. We already discussed that at the beginning. These are some of the other things which talks about how we help you to improve efficiency. So we can help you if you are onto SMP, we help you to migrate to the cloud platform, single sign-on. This we have seen a big challenge with a lot of our customers, how to achieve single sign-on through the mobile application. We can help custom Fiori client development so that you can use your mobile apps without packaging them. And that's very important from the simplification of the user interface and how you manage the code and where your code resides from the deployment and the support perspective. Another area is where we pride ourselves to be expert is the data integration from non-SAP sources, XSJS integration, natural language processing or bots integration, SAP mobile cards we have just seen, and the SAP Copilot. We have also designed some role and user-based color themes, and we can help you to define applications if you have a global operation with different languages. So those are few things we want to talk about. How we can help. So we have seen our customers bringing in their 3 digital transformation challenges and strategize pilots. If you don't have any journey right now in Fiori, we can help you to create a roadmap. If you have a journey and you are facing challenges in any of these areas, we can help you to mitigate those challenges. We work in various models. We can supplement to your existing resource base, skill base, or we can take end-to-end so that we take the ownership from the back end, the middleware, the front end, and the end-to-end process. If you are struggling with to start with the UI UX, then we have a complimentary UI UX and mobility assessment, which we spend half a day, look at what you do, and give you some recommendation. You can always visit us at SAP App Center and explore our applications. And we also have a quick start pilot. So some of our customers, we partner with Zebra for a very minimum nominal fee. We bring in devices, we bring in our applications and create a pilot environment within your in your environment so that you can test and see how it works, and then you can roll it out to your end customers. Now with that, we'll open up for the questions. If anybody has any question, we'll be happy to answer those.
Please unmute yourself before asking question.
So while you think about that, some of the questions we get is, how do you work or how you can help? And I think one of the things I mentioned before is we have complimentary assessment service whereby we can discuss with your team, identify your challenges, and see where. One of the example was one of our existing customer, and they thought that they needed to upgrade one of their landscape to a higher package before they start using Fiori for that particular landscape. Then that came up as a discussion. We analyzed that and we found out that they don't need to do upgrade because they already have cloud platform, and then they can use cloud platform to directly hook up with the backend and develop the Fiori app, and that basically changed the whole game for them because they have decided to utilize Fiori for everything what they do. Because Fiori allows them to use the same app on desktop, the iOS, Android, tablet, doesn't matter, irrespective of the form factor and irrespective of the operating system. So that was just one of it. See somebody question in the chat. We are on S4H1709. A lot of public analytics. I think we will have to, Karthik, we'll have to discuss a little bit more. Definitely. We can help. I think we will reach out to you. There are challenges. Yes, this also depends upon how they are set up. There can be performance challenges, depends upon how it is set up. So we will reach out to you separately and see how we can help and understand. Thank you. Any other question? Okay. So thank you very much. We appreciate you joining. You can reach out to me, or you can respond to the. We have a lot of information available on our website also. You can also go to our YouTube. We have a YouTube channel where you can basically see most of our videos. Almost all apps, they have videos. We have defined the challenges and so forth into the videos, so you can see how those applications have been used. So please take advantage of that and feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much.